And we're going.
The Cereal Box, written and illustrated by David McPhail. Sometimes my mother says to me, "I'm going shopping. Would you like to come?" "Okay, sure," I answer, "if Ruby can come too." He's my dog. "He can come," says my mother, "but he stays in the car." At the supermarket, we park the car and get out. "Be careful, Mom," I say. "Better take my hand." Inside the store, I push the cart while Mom looks for things. Mom says maybe I should ride in the cart, so we can look for things together, and I can help her decide what to buy. I make sure she gets the right kind of cereal. When we get home from shopping, I show my father what we bought, because he always likes to know. At bedtime, I go upstairs and get myself ready for bed. When I'm all ready, Dad and Mom come up and read to me and say good night. In the morning, we all get up early to have breakfast with Dad before he goes to work. We eat cereal for breakfast. My father has the kind that's good for you. My mother has the kind that doesn't make you fat. And I have the regular kind. It's green. While we eat breakfast, my father reads the newspaper, and my mother does the crossword puzzle. And there's sometimes something in the box besides cereal. I found a badge, a ball, a boat, a wind-up mouse, and a wind-up cat. There was even a talking bird for my mother, and a hat for my father, and a pair of gloves for Ruby. She's my dog. Did I do this page? Well, you can cut it back and forth. While we eat breakfast, my father reads the newspaper and my mother does the crossword puzzle. And sometimes we talk to each other. "What's another word for mud?" my mother asked. "Coffee," answered my father. "No," said my mother. "The word I'm looking for has 5 letters in it and begins with an A. If I found a turtle," I asked, "could I keep him?" Said my mother. "And a snake?" I asked, "could I keep a snake?" "It can't be dirty," said my mother. "That starts with a D." "What kind of animal is green?" I asked my father, "and has only one eye?" "Adobe," said my father. "Well," I continued, "if I had Adobe for a friend, could he come and stay with us sometimes and sleep in my bed?" "Of course," shouted my mother. Adobe is perfect.
There we go. So talk about the copy of that book.
Yeah, this book was at the Lincoln School Library in Natick. And David McPhail and Mark Brown came to that school, and they showed their pictures to the kids there. And David McPhail was very tall and thin, and Mark Brown was just sort of ordinary size. Mark Brown was really, really fun. We always liked having Mark Brown around. And they did a lot of books. Of course, Mark Brown did the whole Arthur series. And Mark Brown made a lot of money, which always pleased me. Once I was with him, and I had to take him to breakfast. I remember, because I had to pick him up at the train station or something. And I always thought that was funny. I had to take him out to breakfast. Anyway.
Even though he was loaded. It's sort of like I think it's fictionalized in some of the movies, but someone like borrowing money like Howard Hughes needing to borrow money to make a phone call.
Yeah, something like that. It was, but I always enjoyed both of them. They were, Mark Brown was a little funnier. David McPhail was a little, well, you know, tall and thin.
But I just love that book, and I remember loving it as a kid. And the rhythm of it, it's not rhyming,
No.
you know, but it has its own unique
It does.
cadence.
It does.
You know, the callback, you know, if Ruby can come too, he's my dog.
Yeah.
And then they bring it back. David McPhail brings it back again. I think it's a lovely, lovely picture book.
Yeah.
And the selected use of color, you know, the green.
The green is the only color there.
Yeah. Well, okay.